pain is a gift. There is something called the gift of pain. There is a lesson only pain can give you. Are we together? We stand today upon our many failures. That's what has given us a confidence. Run away from people who have never failed. There is a risk around your life. There is a perspective about God and life they do not have, and it will be dangerous to your growth. The fact that you fail is proof that you are moving. There are people who don't fail because they are never moving. Are we together now? When you find someone in a traffic, it's because he had the courage to leave his house, and then he got trapped in a traffic for a while. And nobody just starts crying in a traffic. They know no matter how long it will move. There can be somebody waiting in his house and wondering and saying, can you imagine, I told you not to go anywhere, and that person never arrives. Beware of people who do not have the courage to take steps.
My name is Asitonka Agri Abba, and channel is called Asi Darling because I'm such a darling. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a hot minute. I have to apologize. I have to set myself in place because I have been missing for so long. At this point, you guys should just forgive me. But first of all, drum roll, ding, 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 $15,000, ding, 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 ding. Oh my God, I am so happy. I am so blessed. This community has helped me way more than you can even imagine. Way more, and I cannot even express myself in enough words for how much you guys have been of help to me. I know I have not had time to do a lot of things. It just seems like I've been coasting, but in this case, disappearance or no news is actually good news, because thank you all so much for those that checked on me. I am okay. I am fine. I am amazing. God has just been wonderful. I won't even lie to you guys. God has been wonderful. Everything about my stay till this point in Canada has just been God. God has been wonderful. Okay, so we're gradually going into winter, and I'm owing you guys a lot of videos. But first of all, let's talk about my graduation. Oh Shay, your girl has graduated. There are a couple of questions I put here which were like popular questions I got, or things I want us to just talk about. I'm going to be doing the graduation vlog soon. Don't worry, just relax. I'll try as much as possible this November to finish all my vlogs that I'm owing you people, so that I can even give my phone space. You understand? So first of all, yes, I've graduated. Honors, baby. Like, if you have not watched my shorts, come on now, go and watch my shorts. God came through, because you people know that Seneca had me at the throat, especially coming late. For those of you that do not know, because a lot of people were like, so soon. And I'm like, should I even explain? Let's get right into it. For those of you that do not know, my visa came out very late. So school started January, but the entire month of January I was in Nigeria. So I started my classes online. You understand? I didn't attend a lot of them because I had to start packing. I had a wedding to conclude. I had a lot of things to put in place, and basically I was just rushing. So that January, coming into Canada, I landed, of course, February 1st. February 1st, I still had to look for house. I had to get all my initial things in place and all of that. By the time I warmed into like proper academic work, it seemed like there was a day I was almost breaking down. I had talked to my course advisor. I said, you know what, I'm not doing this course again. I cannot understand anything. I'm not following in class. I was just overwhelmed. I had missed so many quizzes and so many tests. At some point, I didn't even know, like, where would I even start from? Luckily, the grading system here, some of those quizzes and tests might just be 2.5%, 5%, 10%. And then at the end of the day, you can still make a good grade, like if you pick up fast. If not, seriously, in my head, I had gotten to a point where I might just be picking C's or something. So luckily for me, checking back, I was like, you know what, see, let my people go safe, I will take. Do you get? So for Canada 1 year programs, it's actually 8 months, because you have 4 months per semester. So I had January to April for my first term or semester, and then I had May to August for my second one. Do you understand? So the May to August was like summer period. That was my second. So summer period where I was also working was actively my second semester. Do you understand? So those months, that August as you're ending now, they had already, August 18th, I ended, then I went to Nigeria, stayed for a month, came back. October ending was when we now did our graduation. Do you understand? So you can see, like, it looks like a whole calendar year, but really it's 8 months. For those that are doing 2 years program, it looks longer, because if they start September, after September to December, January to February, they can take 4 months break, and then they go again September to December, April. That way, because of that 4 months break, it looks like it's longer. But if you're doing a 1 year program, you do not have any break. Do you understand? That's why it seemed like it's a rush. So grad vlog, of course, I told you guys grad vlog is coming. I wrote a couple of things. I just want us to, in this video, I want it to be straight to the point, so that each video is giving people tea and content and value. Amen. The next question is second program. Personally, I am not doing a second program. I got admission. I applied because there was a period I was really overwhelmed. I was like, you know what? I don't want to be under pressure. Let me apply for a second program. And I talked about it on this channel. I am not doing the second program. I'm okay with 1 year postgraduate work permit and would flow. My second program was supposed to be in business, management, entrepreneurship, and innovation. That was the one that I said, okay, I'll do it based on entrepreneurship and all of that. If they had it for winter semester, I would most likely have done that program instead of business analytics, because I wanted something in the entrepreneurship innovation parts that I'm used to. But then again, I'm grateful that, of course, I did the program I did, met the friends I met, and all of that. So I'm not doing that second program. What I feel like it helped me do was having a second admission was what helped me to travel to Nigeria. So listen, by the time I was leaving to Nigeria, I had concluded my first program. And I didn't want a situation whereby, since my visa was still valid till November 31st, and I was leaving August, I carried my second study permit, because that's what they will send you. I applied for study permit extension because I have a new admission, and that was when I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. So I had my new study permit extension, and that's what I traveled with, along with, of course, your passport, admission letter, and whatever. When I got to the border coming back, they just looked and saw, of course, I still have a valid visa, and then I showed them my study permit. That way, I'm not like, oh, I'm not going to form study permit line, or they're asking you what is your purpose, or you're a student. So the only thing the guy asked was, what school? And I said Seneca College, and it just passed. Clearing from Nigeria, entering Canada, it took me less than 5 minutes, like at the line. The moment you reach that machine that you put all the things, get your sleep. When I went to the guy, less than 5 minutes, I was at luggage, went down, took an Uber, and I was at home. It was so easy. So that would be one of the points that helped me personally, being able to have a second admission. But then, of course, like I said, but I think when I started working, when I wasn't working was when I pushed for this admission thing. The moment I started working, I was like, no be me at school again. It just became something that I didn't even see myself doing, because God knows that second term was between me and God. The way God did that second term for me, it was just amazing. So for that second program, that is my take on it. The next question that I wrote here was moving out of Toronto or staying. For me, I am in this Canada as a Nigerian politician. I have no alliance to any place. If I get a good job or a better job in a different location, I'm open to moving. No. They did not tie my placenta here. I'm open to moving. I'll carry my kaya. My room is not even big now. This whole place, after all, the office side, I've not even put anything. I don't have couch, no even strain. You know how you be like, oh my God, I need space. I need to put this here, this here. By the time you settle down, you find out that when work press you, all you need is bed and pillow and bathroom, because you'll be going from sleeping to, rushing and all of that. So I've never had to put settees, although we have like at the main parlor area. So if I'm going to pack up my life, it will be very easy. One U-Haul will be able to pack everything I have here. That's all. The rest I can give it out. So I personally am not, how will I put it? I'm not against moving. However, I like this place now based on this is November. It is cold. It can get cold, but it's not bad. We have not gotten snowfall till now, like proper snowfall. We have had ice rain, but this is November 13th. We have not had like major snowfall in Toronto. And why I'm saying this is because with the way they made it seem like this Canada, as you're coming, is straight into, you know, freezer mode. I get it. I came in February. It was pretty cold. But I know that by April 2nd week, that's when spring started. So if we count April to this November, it's like April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. That's enough months of like, not super cold, but we had like warmer months. And I feel like maybe because my transit is house, bus stop, straight to work, be in the work environment, I've not like been outdoors too much. Like, what am I looking for outdoors? So I don't think like Toronto is that bad. Maybe because, of course, Calgary, Saskatoon, those ones are already in minus. So yeah, I feel like if it's weather, I like this place. I'm already used to it. So the next point here was PGWP. For PGWP, yes, I've applied for my PGWP. The thing that happens is when you graduate, you have 3 months window to apply for your PGWP. PGWP is your postgraduate work permit. So you have 3 months window to apply. Please, I beg you in the name of God, do not wait till the last minute. Do not even make the mistake of applying after those 3 months. They will reject you. In fact, your entire stay in this Canada will be null and void. Apply within those 3 months window. So I came back in September and I applied, I think, the next week, or like maybe let's say yes, the next week or upper week, less than 10 days after I came back. Yeah, less than 10 days after I came back, that was when I applied for my PGWP. So I think I applied. The next day, they sent me a letter like they have gotten the PGWP. But I think it took another week or so for them to send me a letter. That letter is not the PGWP. It's actually a letter that allows me to continue working till March while they, you know, process my PGWP. So we're already in November. I applied September. The entire October is, of course, done. I'm in November. November is almost concluding. They have not given me my 1 year PGWP. Do you understand? That way you know that, okay, I have extra 1 year and 1 month plus before my 1 year starts counting. So for those of you that sometimes you're scared, like, oh my God, I have only 1 year and work permit if I do 1 year program, understand that most times it's not exact. So if after your 1 year program, please don't even wait till the end of your 1 year program to be in the pool. Write IELTS, do WES. I don't know why you're even in Canada, or what are you even doing here if you're not in the pool? That's the first question, because I don't get when people say, oh, I want to finish first before I enter the pool. Understand that if you're watching this video and you're in Canada, by December, a lot of people will graduate and they will all rush into the pool with their extra 15 points. This is no joke. Go and register your IELTS and start writing. Don't even listen to people that say, oh, this one is easier than this one. Self-pip is easier than IELTS. IELTS is easier. For me personally, it's only IELTS I've written. Those that feel self-pip is easier, no wahala. But I don't know why you're saying easy or hard. Just go with anyone that has a proper structure. You understand? That's the most important thing. If you have not come into Canada, please write the IELTS in Nigeria. I think IELTS in Nigeria is 100 and something. IELTS here, I paid 350. I didn't even calculate it well because I was going to Nigeria the next week. I should have just written it there, because the difference is night and day in terms of exchange rate and the rest. But that aside, like I was saying, for the PGWP, since you know that you're already in the pool, okay, before you graduate, the moment you graduate, you can add that your 15 points, because you just apply for, there's something we applied for online through my school. We applied for the certificate, our transcript, unofficial transcript. When they sent it to us, we put it in. So we're able to claim our 15 points early after graduation. After that, October 18th, you know, some people just putting it in, making sure that you're in the pool, you've arranged everything, you have all your points, because schooling in Canada is extra 15 points. No matter if your schooling years is 2 years or it's 1 year, it's extra 15 points. The only thing that gives you an extra edge is if you did masters, and masters in Ontario can give you PMP. You understand? They will nominate you. What they are doing right now is there's news about considering those that do 1 year certificate program for also Ontario nomination, but it's still in the works. Okay, so that way now, since you're already in the pool, please make use of your time. Make use of your time. If you have only 1 year, be sure that before you even finish, you've started looking at jobs, getting jobs. Just have your foot in the door first before you start calculating, is it a this, is it a that. Be in the door, The moment you get that job, start, looking for areas to find other things. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Very important. Another thing I wrote here, co-op. A lot of people think co-op is the way to go. Understand that, see, if you're me personally, I don't like that co-op thing. I know when I was in Nigeria, I didn't mind. I'll be like, oh, if there's co-op, there's no problem. Please hope your co-op is not compulsory, because that thing will just hook you in a place where you don't even understand. When others are making money, you're doing a co-op that is unpaid and is part of your grade. There's nothing more depressing than that. It's just a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. If you're already in that shoe, God be with you. But seriously, most people, their courses, when you come here, you find out that even the ones that are optional co-op, a lot of people are not even doing it. Talk more of co-op that is now compulsory. And knowing that if you get a co-op, doesn't even guarantee that they will retain you. It's not everybody, because most of these co-op, they know that it's seasonal. So they take it like, oh, they take the student, they take the student. If they retain all the students they get, they will not have space for co-op. That's how it works, because co-op is like temporary. It's a temporary position where, okay, they know that year in, year out, there'll be students coming in for that post for a certain duration. The moment this one is going, there'll be another student. The moment this one is going, there'll be another student. It might be their corporate social responsibility. Do you understand? You don't want to tie your entire stay and your PRO goal to just hoping that a co-op will retain you, because in some cases and in most cases they do not. Okay, so another thing I need to point out to you guys is that I'm going to be doing my summer job breakdown soon. Okay, summer is over. Let's talk numbers. Let's dig into the numbers. Okay, we see a lot of vlogs where people say, oh, I made $20,000 in summer, I made $24,000 in summer. Are these numbers real? You understand? So I'm going to do that video next. Do not worry. As I'm sitting here, don't worry, this one not there for promise and fail. I will try to do it. Okay, next question I wrote here is thoughts about choosing Seneca. For me, I have to be straightforward. Me and Eddie like to lie. I don't big pass on kind of things. When it comes to budget, there are two things I was looking for. I was looking for a school that had credibility and fell within my budget. I already knew I wasn't doing university, because a master's program is long. One, it's 2 years, and two, of course, the budget. So me personally, I wanted just a 1 year program. If at all I want extra, I will do 1+1, which makes more sense, because it's like getting 2 different degrees and you're still getting the entitlement of 3 years. That's if. So I wanted a 1 year program that fell within a certain, budget. So looking at the schools I was looking at, Humber at that time was running business analytics for 2 years and it was $40,000. It didn't make any financial sense to me. I think Centennial was doing 2 types. Either there was one for 3 semesters, there was one for 2 semesters. Something about the way the website's UI UX didn't really sit well with me. So I watched 1,001 YouTube videos about comparing the schools and everything. I felt more comfortable with Seneca. And truly speaking, in hindsight, I would choose Seneca again. Mainly because when I asked a couple of people that did in both colleges, they will tell you that Seneca has balance. Okay, Centennial is assignment. In fact, one guy said they will give you will have class on Sunday because there's no boundaries. They don't have they don't have regard for boundaries. But the thing with Seneca is actually you will get the school experience, and then at least they will allow you breathe small. I know that it can be choking, especially for those of you in Seneca that you're choked up. I get it, but there are schools that are even worse. And I feel like for me, Seneca, I had benefits based on my Smart Serve that I use for my Insta work, the Smart Serve certification I talk about that helps me with my part-time job. The school students federation, that's like our SUG, was running it at a promo. We had excursions for promo prices, going to Blue Mountain for $20, going to Niagara for $20. Like there's always something, and there's always breakfast. Me personally, since I was an online student, I didn't really go to campus so much. But then most of the people that go to campus, you will see breakfast every morning. They had cookies day, massage day, this day. In fact, the full campus experience. So people that of course experienced it to tell you that they preferred this one. I'm not just saying. You can ask questions, okay? So that's for me also my personal thoughts and then feedback from students that did both. You will notice from my shorts that Seneca is now a polytechnic. Now see, relax. It is good news for Seneca, but it's not good news for Nigerians, because when we were in school, we entered a Seneca College. Tell me why these people are rejoicing because they're a polytechnic. Because you go from college to polytechnic to university. So they are so as they like, oh my God, Seneca Polytechnic. And we are like, this thing is giving naked. It's giving naked poly. It's giving bori poly. What is happening here? But actually, it's good news. It shows that, of course, the school's credibility is increasing. And after Polytechnic, with more improvements and more expansions and whatever it is they're going to add to their courses, they will move ahead to becoming Seneca University. So basically that's the new one. And for some of us, we're like, please, they should have left it as Seneca College till we graduate. I bet which one is Polytechnic? What is all this because there's a way Polytechnic sounds to Nigerians, but it's actually a promotion for them here. So what to choose if you're coming in as a matured student? Personally, I would say, what do you want? Do you want to stay in school forever? Or you have a focus? Like for me, I don't want a situation whereby you think that you're listening to me now, you go and blame me. I did not send you. Those that have been following me, you know that number one, I know they like to advise person. Now that, in fact, somebody sent me a mail, it was so funny. In the mail, not even the mail, WhatsApp message, please, if you send me mail, I've not opened it. Forgive. I've not opened many things. Even collaboration mail, I've not opened. The one that will benefit me. Because it was too much. I was overwhelmed, positively overwhelmed, but still overwhelmed regardless. So a message on WhatsApp, and inside that message she wrote, I know that you say you don't like that, right? I just started laughing because I like that people are knowing it, so that anything I'm telling you here is not advice, it's gist. If you do it and it helps you, congrats, okay? So for me, when you say what to choose, it depends on your budget. And also, simply because your budget is low doesn't mean you should go to all those private schools. I've seen some people coming here, you're going to a private school that doesn't have PGWP. Say, let me enter Canada first. Is it that you enjoy wasting money? Is it that it's your calling, like you just sit down for Nigeria, say, I want to use waste money now. Make I choose this school. You need to give me anything, but I go waste money. Like, because I don't get it. You can still get visa if you apply for a school that will give you postgraduate work permits. And also, it's always important, because I don't like putting money in something that does not have credibility. That's why you have to choose the top schools. It will stress you out. I did a video about schools to avoid, and Seneca, Humber, Centennial, they're inside because they will stress you out. Assignments, this, that. The only thing is, of course, you have to choose a school that has balance. And then, depending on your age, you're not looking for campus experience through. You just want a situation whereby you can do your work and get your good grades. Good grades are important because, unlike before, our parents are not paying school fees. You are the one paying the school fees. So if you fail, it's for you. Oh, you just wasted your own money. That's the main thing. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is everything I wrote concerning schooling. If you have any other question, let me know in the comment section. Please write your questions, even if I don't get to it. Please, I beg you, my core darlings, reply people in the comment section. See, this is not my real character. Those that have followed me from Acid Darling, the main channel, know that in Nigeria, I dedicate my evenings, hours, 5 hours, 4 hours. I'm replying every single person. And this period, I've just been so overwhelmed that even when I have free time, I have to sleep. I'm going to be doing another video about a good news that I got and how I'm going to break it to you, share it with you, gang, and all of that. Yes, don't worry. All the videos are going to be dropping back to back. In Jesus' name I pray. Let me not go and hook myself with all these promises. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And yes, also tell me congratulations, because your girl has finished. Your girl has dropped her pen. Now this pen of glory, who am I handing it over to? I know that many people have been awaiting their visas and all of that. I'm handing this pen over to somebody by faith, that you're going to get your visa. You're going to be, if this is the journey you want, you're going to get all your answered prayers, your visa, the money to come, everything easy, and as you come into Canada, things will be easy for you in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I remain your girl Acid Darlyn. Shout out to all of you 15,000 subscribers, 15,000 darlings. I appreciate you. Please check out my other videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.